Srimadatam Bhuvi Grinanti Je Bhurida Janaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, your gospel is like nectar and bliss showered upon the pain-stricken lives of suffering humanity. It dispels all sins and misdeeds of life, bringing spiritual welfare. The spiritual beauty, prosperity and grace flow through those who listen to your holy message. Truly generous are those who preach and share the nectar of your message with suffering humanity. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are reading the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, and we are at page 147. We are reading that Ramakrishna went semi-annual festivity to attend the festivity, semi-annual festivity of the Brahmo school of thoughts. And Sri Ramakrishna went there, and many devotees joined together, and Sri Ramakrishna was full of enthusiasm and joy, spirited joy. Master, last time we read that Sri Ramakrishna said, a man endowed with tamasic bhakti has burning faith. Such a devotee literally extorts boon from God, even as a robber falls upon a man, plundered his money. Blind, beat, kill, that is his way, the way of the dacoits. So, he said that three types of bhakti, sattvika, rajasika and tamasika bhakti. And the tamasic bhakti, they are also bhakta. They also love God, they also go to attain their goal of what they want to achieve. But with a tamasic an expression of their prayers and trust on, and say, demanding, you will have to give me, why not? Like Ravana. Huh? He was a great lover of Shiva. Huh? But he demanded, for what reason? I will be living, no one can kill me, this, that, I will rule the world. So that's a way of focusing on the way, like a demanding for, not for God realization, but bhakti is there. We are all bhaktas. The whole world is bhakta. Bhakta of what? Someone is bhakta of money, someone is bhakta of so many facets of life is there. So everyone is a bhakta. But bhakta, what bhakta? Bhajdhatu. It said that bhakti means devotion. So there everyone has a devotion, but that sattvika devotion will be saying, I don't need anything, oh Lord, please give me love, devotion. Ramakrishna. Nothing of the worldly thing, expectation. Only give me love, devotion and pure knowledge, so that I don't miss you in a moment. So Rajasa will be there, they do the same bhakti, with the same effort. Mother appears, or your chosen ideal appears, but gives boon. But what they want? We are reading Bhagavat. There is a war going on, the gods and demons all the time. So when the gods fail, they take refuge at the feet of the Lord. Oh Narayan, oh Lord, please help, help, help. And Lord appears. When Lord appears, what they ask? Oh, kill these demons for us. They don't want total freedom. They want with devas, means the gods. Gods is ruling government, have the power of this division. So all the Indra, Chandra, Varun, all the god of sun, god of moon god, sun god, all these powerful people, they bow down and say, give us boon. So that we know the enemy cannot kill me. I can rule over this. But the same person, a bhakta, with the tearful eyes crying for God realization, I feel, oh, I don't want anything, give me love, devotion. No? So, what is the effort same? Even the vision of God comes, but What to ask we do not know. There is a beautiful song. Ami chahite jani na dayamay. Oh Lord, I don't know what to pray for it, what to crave for, what to ask from you. Ami chahidara suto. I want money, wealth, family, friends, this, that, name, fame, power, position, and I never think that there is something higher. So teach me how to pray. That's a Sri Ramakrishna's prayer. I throw myself at the feet of the mother and give me love, devotion. I don't want anything, creature comfort, this, that. So this is called the Sattvika. So Sri Ramakrishna talked about here the three types of bhakti. And then Sri Ramakrishna sang in his sweet, rapturous voice the song, what do I care for Ganga or Gaya or to Kashi, Kanchi or Prabhas? Why do I care for going to the holy places to purify myself? What is the need of my going to touch the holy Ganga? So long I can breathe my last with Kali's name upon my lips. If I can repeat the name of Mother, Divine Mother, so what do I care for anything in the material world? So I don't care. What need of rituals as a man? What need of devotions anymore? What is the need of doing all rituals, singing bell, ringing bell, and then putting flower and chanting this mantra and doing this ritual? What is meaning? It is meaningless.
It works, Maharaj.
What?
But it feels different.
Feels different for ignorant people. But that's a starting point. Everything has a starting point. But one should be, the Swami Vivekananda's words, one should be entering into the school. But that person says that I love the school so much I never get out of the school. That means he remains in the school forever and never passes any examination.
But I'm a middle school teacher, that's what I did. I stayed in the school.
No, you are a teacher, that's a different thing. A student entering into the school, we enter into a school, why? To get out of the school. No one goes to USC to live forever as a student. They want to go to get out of this. We follow the rules of spiritual rules and disciplines to get out of that rules and disciplines. Ramakrishna started the puja, the rituals, exactly ritual, and it's every step perfectly he used to proceed. And when absorption came, he is out. He cannot perform any ritual. And ritual one after another is sequence, that also goes away. So we should start to remember that we should not be evermore always till the end of the life only ringing the bell and tossing the flowers and saying boom, bam, boom, mantra. But you should start there, but get over. Then what will happen? See, look at Ramakrishna. When Ramakrishna used to sit and do the rituals, and a moment comes, he used to some sprinkling water around, making a circle of water, and saying Rang. Rang is the fire bija. You feel that you are encircled by fire. And he used to see a fire wall in the flame protecting him. So he gets into it. We do only Rang, and our one job is done. One step is done. So this is necessary for the beginning. Because we do not know the puja. That's why, you should learn puja. How to do the puja you do not know. Just learn this mudra, this, that, all these postures and this and what it cares for posture. It has a meaning before. But after getting into it, you should not be staying into that same stage, but transcend that. Swami Vivekananda, after framing the rules of this Belur Math for the monastics, he dictated and said, this I am preparing the rules, so that you go following this rule, you get out of the rule. If the whole life you become a follower of a rule, then your life should be 24 hours God. What is the time of only 5 hours, from 4 o'clock is my time? No, the whole day will be equal. You should transcend that level. So that's the meaning of the song. Why should I go to Ganga? Ganga is here. People go to, really, I have seen some sadhus. In our early days, I saw many swamis going to Rishikesh, Uttarkashi, austerity. And then at their mature days, they said, This is Ganga, this is holiness. Where to go? Where to find God? Where is not God? If this place, this temple, since how many years now? 1938 it was established until now. How much meditation was done, how much Nama Japa is done, how much spiritual talk has been given by the illumined souls here. It is not a holy place. I'll have to go to somewhere to go make more spiritual practice. People are coming from outside and giving illumination, and they are also saying they have taken the energy out. That is their explanation. But the point is that this is the point. When your mind transcends that level, then this question of holy places of pilgrimage, every place becomes places of holy pilgrimage. Every word becomes a mantra. Kali Panchasat Varnamayi, Varne Varne Rupodhare. And all the letters, uttering of any word, in Ramakrishna, even in slang language, slang, that's also divine. So that's transcending all this. So that is the emphasis here. That what do I care? Why should I go to holy Ganga or Gaya or Kashi or Kanchi or Prabhas, so long I can breathe my last with Kali's name upon my lips? What need of rituals has a man? What need of devotions have any more? If he repeats the mother's name at the 3 hours of the day, that means rituals may pursue him close, but never can they overtake him. So rituals will follow. After some times, what you do, holy people, what they say, that becomes a message for the humanity. First we study the scriptures and these and that. We try to make our mind imbued with this thought. Then if you really get illumination, what happens? Ramakrishna, what he did? He listened to many scriptures and things from the holy people. But afterwards what it became? What he says, that becomes, this is what he said, this is the scripture. So that is the point, very important point, that's why it is a spiritual life, is a transcendence of the limitations. If we remain the same old guy, that's a transformation of life and character, it is called spirituality. Not going to church, not going to temple only, but are we transforming inside? That the spirit of the divine presence, can we feel everywhere? That is the point. The master was beside himself with love of Divine Mother. He sang with fiery enthusiasm. If only I can pass away repeating Durga's name, how canst thou then, O Blessed One, withhold from me deliverance, wretched though I may be? So it is like demanding on Mother, I am taking your name, let me see how you cannot help me to cross this ocean of life. After singing this, Sri Ramakrishna said on page 147, then he said, one must take the firm attitude. What? I have chanted the Mother's name? How can I be a sinner anymore? I am her child, heir to her powers and glories. So all glories, I inherit all those because I am the child of... So this faith, unflinching faith should be there in the mind. So one must be firm in attitude. That I have chanted the Lord's name. There is a saying, Ekbar Krishna Nam Jato Pap Hare Jiver Sadhu Nahi Tato Pap Kare. It is on Chaitanya Charitamrita from Sri Chaitanya's life mentioned by Krishna Das Kaviraj, most authentic life on Sri Chaitanya. He says that if one really sincerely can take the name of the Lord once, that power of name, uttering the name, gives so much power and purity that the whole lifetime you cannot commit so much blunder. It's such a power. But for us, we chant no effect. Why no effect? Because we say it is a machine-like talking, but it does not resonate in our heart. She's with the holy people, what happened when they take the name? One of our Swami used to say that before joining the Ramakrishna order, that Swami became a big Swami and now passed away. He said he used to go to a Vaishnava devotee, and that Vaishnava devotee was so much absorbed in chanting God's name, he don't allow other people to go, but he was a young college-going boy, and seeing his spiritual tendency, he allowed him. He used to go and see and sit him. When he used to take the name of the Lord, his whole body, all the goosebumps will come all over the body. Tears will be streaming like that. That is called calling. The name resonates something much deeper than only the name. But to do that, how much practice they have done. So that is the point, that taking God, and Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning to that type of absorbed chanting of the name of. That's why every day we chant the same Chaitanya's prayer. Chant the name of the Lord unceasingly. That's not in the morning 5 minutes and not in the evening 5 minutes. Unceasingly. And the mirror of the heart will be wiped clean. So this is the Chaitanya Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Cheto Darpana, the Darpan means the mirror of the Cheto means Chitta. Marjanam, the cleaning, wiping out the dirt and dust of the mind. And then in one name, and then she used to say that I was surprised that in the scriptures it is said, those who repeat the name and mind becomes pure, so much thrill of joy happens. And I was a witness. I used to see him, that when he is going to that, sometimes his whole body is sweating as if perspiring. No, sometimes tears rolling down, goosebumps, hair standing on. So these are called the real repeating the name. But we have to reach that state. But that sincerity, that intensity of prayer, people don't follow the simple path, making complicated this way, that way, that way. This is a straight road. And so Ramakrishna came in this life to show this, that don't make, I was talking in the mornings with some questions, no? We make spiritual life too much complicated. It is so simple. The divine is here within me. I do not know, but I am talking. It proves that there is something behind me. I am not dead. A dead body will not talk. The eyes will be there, mouth will be there, it will not function. But it proves negatively there is something behind me. I don't recognize all day. I say, I will see God. Where shall I see God? God is nowhere. No? That is the point. That practice of spiritual discipline should be done in such a way that feel that palpable presence. One time taking name of God, or one mantra I have seen some. I told you the story of a holy man. That day it was, I told you may remember that if I tell you, that the Swami was walking, almost it is midnight, maybe 11:30. No, and he was just walking in a long veranda in an institute. And I was there as following him, and he was in another mood. And then suddenly that evening we have read this scripture, Panchadasi. Panchadasi is a Vedanta text. And there is one verse is written. That verse says that the consciousness which is behind us, there is no up, rising and setting up like sun. The sun sets, rises and sets. Mas abdo juga kalpeshu vata gammeshu anekadha na udeti na ostam eti sambit esha sayam prabha. That was the brahmacharis. We all brahmacharis have the evening class, that like this evening class. We are all attended to that class. And when we are saying, is goosebump coming all over the body. We are saying nothing happening to me. And that has so intense me. And he explained then that consciousness which is behind in our every experiences, that never sets. That I, the witness consciousness, what we mean, never has any setting or rising. It is constantly there. Time may pass, month may go, days may pass, years may pass, ages may go, but that consciousness is constant. And when he was reading, it's so intense his understanding that it revealed in his body. And then that class was in the evening, and that day he was in high mood, probably. So consciousness is everywhere. This is the theory. It has no setting on rising and going, no? Space is everywhere. Space is not going here and there and coming back, and it is not like that. But space is jada, matter. But the consciousness carries with bliss and joy. That's why it's called Satchidananda. It is consciousness, it is Ananda, bliss, it is the reality, absolute consciousness. So he was walking and he was not talking, so I was silently following him. And suddenly he tried to draw my attention, said, "Do you hear? Do you hear?" I don't hear. It's a perfect night, calm and serene everywhere. 11 o'clock in the night, no? Then after sometimes I understood there is a street dog barking. And that barking noise, see. He's indicating that consciousness behind that barking dog, and then pointed out towards him. Look. And I see that whole face, goosebump all over. And the hairs are like that. That his consciousness, he can feel it. Yes, the same consciousness there, same consciousness here. So even the dog's barking can give them the experience of God vision. That's the experience. Spirituality is experience, it is not talk. So it is said, that's why Sri Ramakrishna says that what I have chanted the mother's name or the mantra. I have chanted the mantra. I am saying I am Brahman. I am that. Shivoham, Shivoham. It should resonate. It is not a music, it is not a singing, or it is not a melody or tune only, but feeling. I am not this and I am that. I am not this, I am that. So that is the way one can enter. Again, you see, the quality of tamas can be used for the welfare of others. There are 3 classes of physicians: superior, mediocre, and inferior. The physician who feels the patient's pulse and just says to him, "Take the medicine regularly," belongs to the inferior class. He does not care to inquire whether or not the patient has actually taken the medicine. The mediocre physician is he who in various ways persuades the patient to take the medicines and says to him sweetly, "My good man, how will you be cured unless you use the medicine? Take the medicine. I have made it for you myself." But he who is finding the patient stubbornly refusing to take the medicine forces it down his throat, going so far as to put his knees on the patient's chest. This is the manifestation of the tamas of the physician. It does not injure the patient. On the contrary, it does him good. He is giving the example, the Ayurvedic medicine, doctors prepare with so many herbs and this and that, and it is not at all sweet to taste. That's why allopathic medicine, pill and then capsule and putting some syrup, they make it little tasteful. But Ayurvedic medicine is really sometimes very tough. So the doctors used to prescribe the medicine and tell that, okay, you take it. So he's talking about 3 types of bhakti or gurus or teachers example. The teachers or the doctors who say, okay, take medicine. Our doctors don't say that much also nowadays. In early days, their doctors are very sincere. Whether you are taking regularly or not taking, they will scold and they will force you to eat. Like the children don't want to take certain thing, mom will be forcing. So That is the three types of devotees, doctors here saying. Those who only say, okay, take this medicine, or take the mantra, and not inquiring, hey, are you doing it? How far? Where is the problem? Are you facing any problem? Never inquires. And then second, then hey, are you getting it? Are you practicing that? How long you are doing? Increase your practice, and this and that, report me. That's a better doctor. And third doctor, you don't eat, I will make you eat here now. Like Ramakrishna, the best doctor. What Ramakrishna did? Ramakrishna used to say, hey Latu, hey, does God sleep? And you are sleeping? And not only that, he didn't allow that. They said, Ma, went to Ma Sarada and said, how much chapatis you prepare for him? Mother is mother. Mother says, I do so many. No, they have come here for God realization, not for eating and sleeping whole night. But mother used to give the same quantity. And then, actually, Sri Ramakrishna was observant so much, he was annoyed, but also felt like, okay. But he used to keep them in his room, and whole night he has no sleep. He's clapping the name and chanting this and going to have absorption and more absorption, or sometimes in samadhi, sometimes coming out. All these things are happening in him. And in his floor, in his room, there all the boys are sleeping. Push them, hey, get up, get up, get up. Take the name of the Lord. Why are you sleeping? So push them. So that ideal teacher forcing them not to go to sleep, do repeat the God's name. And then another story is there. See, Holy Mother used to live in the next corridor, Nahavat. And Sri Ramakrishna used to wake up in the morning, early morning, and then who was there with him? That they're sleeping and Ramakrishna poured water. Lakshmi Didi, Lakshmi Didi. So Lakshmi was with mother. They're in a small room, and in the floor they're sleeping after so much activity. And it's early morning. Sri Ramakrishna was going, oh Lakshmi, are you sleeping? Get up, get up, get up. Holy Mother said that, Are, don't have to get up now, we'll sleep little more. He has no sleep whole night. Oh, he is telling you, you are motherly affection, asking to take more rest. And Sri Ramakrishna didn't give up any opportunity. They brought a bucket of water and poured in the floor. And they're all lying down in the floor. They have to take up their bed and everything. They cannot sleep anymore. So hard taskmaster. This is called the third type of doctor who forces the student or the patient to take the medicine so that it cures his disease.
What about Shivaratri?
Oh, Radha Maharaj had a ghost. That ghost was also like that. Would make him wake up. And
Yeah. That is what?
What about Shivaratri when Swamiji and Kali Prasad, Thakur said that was violent, it was oppressive, it was like a stillborn, because Swamiji was putting his own mood.
Oh, that is a different thing. It is not doing anything. You do your japa. That is the focus here. Yeah, that is a different issue. And Raja Maharaj is an example what you are saying. Even holy ghosts are there. Holy ghost means those departed souls, those who are for the good of humanity they live, they are sadhakas. So in Bhuvaneshwar, no? Where did it happen? Vrindavan. He was sleeping, and then some subtle personality, subtle body came and pushed him, and waking up and to sit meditation at the night time. That means, that's a story of how holy people help us. There are all types of souls, departed souls, but there are also. So like the physician, there are three types of religious teachers. The inferior teacher only gives instruction to the disciple, but makes no inquiries about their progress. The mediocre teacher, for the good of the student, makes repeated efforts to bring the instructions home to him, begs him to assimilate it, and shows him love in many other ways. But there is a type of teacher who goes to the length of using force when he finds the student persistently unyielding. I call him the best teacher. So he's talking about the spiritual teachers also, giving that instruction only, finish, and not inquiring about that. Of course, people don't like if you inquire too much. Did you do? We are very sophisticated also. But he's talking about the ideal teacher like Ramakrishna. That's why our earlier system was that the student will live with the gurus. Sri Ramakrishna could do that, the same thing. Sri Ramakrishna could do that because he has 16 choicest students, and he used to make him come on weekdays when there is no devotee, come and stay with me. So that was some opportunity. And Swami, Holy Mother also gave mantra. One day Golap Ma or Jogin Ma asked Holy Mother, Ma, you see your children, your initiated disciples, and see Ramakrishna's disciples. Ramakrishna's disciples are jewels. Vivekananda, Brahmananda, Shivananda, these are. And see what your children, Swami is drunk, Swami is drug, Swami is this and that. Then he said, oh, but see, for him, he has very selected few. And for me, he is sending hundreds, no, thousands. So stream of ants, as it were. So many devotees are coming. And but point is that Holy Mother used to do japa for everyone. That's the point. The whole night he is doing japa. She is doing japa. So when he asked, Ma, why are you doing? Whole day you have worked so hard, night you should, what can I do, my child? The people come and call upon me and Ma give initiation and they get mantra. After getting, they cannot find any time to do anything. So what shall I do? I am doing for them. So Mother, that's a sincerity of purpose. So this is the ideal teacher. The ideal teacher, there also category is different. But still, I'm saying the example we can cite here, because they can like a forcefully inject the spirituality. In one lifetime, all will be free. Yeah.
But Ma is Kapala Mochana, why must she go through the trouble of doing japa for others? Can't she just have Icha alone?
Yeah, well, see, Ma is Kapalamachan, Ramakrishna is God himself. They can do everything. Why they come back? Why they come down?
Yeah, why? Why do japa?
Krishna being the Lord of the world, why he has come down? Why Christ being the Lord himself, why he has come down and being crucified, so much pain? So if he is God, he can just say, okay, let everyone be good, and it will be good. But why he doesn't? Then the play does not go on. One point. Second point, they come down in the human form to set an example. I, the Lord God himself coming down in a human body, I follow the rules of the body. Old age, disease, suffering, pleasure, pain, emotional uprise and set. All these things will happen in human, but you have to transcend. Look at me, I have transcended. How? That's the path. That's why Rama came thousands of years ago. People are following still the Rama's path. Some are Krishna, some are Christ, some are Buddha. So this is for the whole world to set example of the people who were groping in darkness, to show them the path to liberation. So that is the purpose of that. You call leela. Thinking of Krishna's leela, we are reading the Gospel. Gospel is a leela. We sitting in silence, we can just go back to that environment in Dakshineshwar, what is going on, all this. So that makes ordinary people like us who are busy with humdrums of life, where is our time? But we can purify our heart and soul by connecting ourselves, listening to the stories and the acts, and Sri Ramakrishna going to Samadhi, now coming down, now being talking to the boys, now going for some place to teach Brahmos and this. So these are illustrations before us where we can keep our mind. We cannot think of Brahman, Atman long time. Even those who are very adept in Vedantic understanding, we cannot keep the mind in the absolute for a long time, because mind is limited. So how to live in the life, they show the example, how to overcome the suffering of life, how to transcend our mind. So those examples, for that they come. Oye, Shankaracharya says, such a Bhagavan when he comes, bhutanu jigrikshaya. Bhuto means for being compassionate to the human being, to redeem them from their suffering. Saprayajana abhavepi. He has no need for himself. He is God himself. What he needs? What sadhana he needs? Why he should have to do austerity, cry, weep, and rub his face on the holy Ganga, on the sandy Ganga, bed. But it is for example, Sri Ramakrishna said. Now a Brahma devotee said, Sir, has God forms or has he none? This is the again and again question comes. We may, how many times this question comes? Because I think it is a question of the modern age. People get confused. How can God be who is without form? And then you are saying God with form. How this contradictory, day and light, night and day will be all together. How can it be? It's contradictory word. So this very question, and it was, Calcutta was then filled with the ideas of the British Christian idea, and the improvised idea by Brahmos. Brahmo movement started. They don't believe in any form. Nirguna, not nirakara saguna. It is nirakara, no form, but quality, God, compassion, love, protection, all this. So they cannot believe that Ramakrishna worshipping the idol of Makali. That was a big issue that time. That was all the people who came to Ramakrishna from that background, they have this question again and again put into before Sri Ramakrishna. Say Brahma devotee saying, has God form or has he none? Master, no one can say with finality that God is only this and nothing else. He is formless, and again he has forms. For the Bhakta, he assumes forms, but he is formless for the Jnani, that is, for him who looks on the world as a mere dream. So, he says that God, you cannot limit God, that's the point. Our main point is that when we define something, we think, I have understood God. No, that is, we have not understood God at all. When you define, it becomes limited. You set a parameter. God is this, and God cannot be that. But if you set that parameter, who is God? If God is also limited like us, then why you call him God? So, God, that's why it is said that he is not Vedantic God or Bhakti God or Dhyani God or Yogi God. There is no many gods. One God. But for which perspective we look at, that it appears the same. Same God appears in so many ways. So it is called for Bhakta, God takes his shape and form. He has everything he becomes. He is that absolute one infinite ocean of consciousness, and ripples and waves may be hundreds and millions and billions and trillions. So this manifestation is all God. But God can be formless, God can be with form. So you cannot limit when you are said God is Vijnanavada. This is Ramakrishna's philosophy. What is Ramakrishna's philosophy? Is Advaitavada, Dvaitavada, Vishishtadvaitavada. Is the Vada. Ramakrishna's Vada means philosophy. Ramakrishna's philosophy is what? Advaita? Some will say yes, Advaita. He talks with Totapuri and others, when the Pandits, and when he says non-dual truth he's talking, and he's going into the non-dual experience. And then, is he, God has form? Yes. He is a Dvaitavada, duality. God is there, he's crying and weeping, ma, 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 ma. Sometimes he's getting absorbed, the feeling that the oneness, almost merging into oneness and also keeping some separation. So qualified non-dualism. So, or how many philosophies? Achinta Veda Ved, Bhada, this Bhada, that Bhada. That's why Swami Turiyananda said that Ramakrishna is the consummation of all the Bhada, all those philosophies. All the philosophies in the world. And Rabindranath Tagore said that from time immemorial, all the spiritual practices what people have practiced, all the philosophies they took in their life and practiced, Ramakrishna is the consummation of that. So you cannot pigeonhole Ramakrishna as this category, is a Bhakta category or Jnani category or this. This is limiting God. So Swami Vivekananda, that's why, was so careful when he was asked to write the life of Sri Ramakrishna. He said, I am not fit. Vivekananda says, I am not fit. Who will be fit then? And we talk about Ramakrishna. I am talking about Ramakrishna. Fools. What is the statement? Fools rush in where the angels tread to fear. So this is the point. As much less we know, so much big talk we do. And those who are really Hari Maharaj and others, he said, he from whom all the Bhadas, all the philosophies have come, Ramakrishna is the embodiment of that. Because in him you can find there is no such example in the history that in one lifetime he exemplified all the ideologies. So it's the embodiment of. That's why universal. Or nowadays a new term has come when they in India when they built up a Hindu temple and a Ramakrishna temple. We call nowadays it is called Universal Temple. Why universal? Ramakrishna, though a person, but you not find any personality there. Person without a personality. That is, all philosophies, all spiritual ideas merge into that expression.
But the moment you say universal temple, not universal synagogue, not universal mosque, that time you are specifying.
Language is always limited, but they also give this view that is universal. They don't say Ramakrishna temple. We will colloquially say, but you see any temple inauguration, universal temple. Because the idea is universal. Ramakrishna, he stands for universality.
Better to say universal society, like Vedanta society.
But Maharaj, if you say God is unlimited and infinite, like that too is like subtle limit.
Yeah,
God
that's why
can-
don't say anything.
So we're Buddhist.
No, no. When you say so, I will say, just. What is Ramakrishna? What is Vedanta? What is God? That is the best reply. Because when you use any word, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Satyam Jnanam Anantam, you are defining Satyam Anantam Jnanam, 3 words. You are using some word. Every word is a limitation. Every word has a pointed object. Satyam, truth. Then when you say truth, untruth is also there. But how can you say it is only truth? Satyam. When you say jnanam, knowledge, that is ignorance is also there, or jnanam. Anandam, then you see ananda means joy, bliss, opposite of that in our mind. So expression is always limitation. Experience is the point when all, that's why Ramakrishna is talking question and this and that, suddenly he will go into ecstasy. All sound stops. And what is samadhi? You see that. What is identification with the divine? You can see that. What happens at the end of spiritual sadhana is demonstration there. No external words speak. So, these are why we try. Vasudev, the composer of the Bhagavat, the composer of Srimad Bhagavat, and composer of the Brahma Sutras. So he, and after writing Bhagavat, he begged apology from God, Lord, saying that you are infinite. I have tried to express your infinitude in language and make you limited. You are beyond all description. I have described you. You are beyond all actions. I put those actions and presented in my book. So please excuse me because my all these failures to do that. Because tons of books can be written, but you cannot finish describing about. That's why what is called Puspadanta, the Shiva Mahimna, Asita Girishamam Shat Kajjalang Sindhu Patre Surataru Varu Lekha Lekhani Patra Murvi Likhati Jadi Sharada Grihitva Sarvakalam Tadapi Tava Mahimanam Param Najane. This first verse in the Shiva Mahimna Stotra is saying, Puspadanta is the poet who wrote it, Ashita Giri Shamam Shat. Giri means the mountain, the Himalayan mountain, the snow peak of all Himalayan mountain. That is the tablet, ink tablet. And you throw that tablet. In early days we used to write, you people don't know, younger people, early days we used to read our pen dipped into the ink pot. And we used to have tablet, and grinding that tablet into the water, and then mixing it, and then used to dip and write. Now, O Shiva, to write about you, if Mother Saraswati, who endless knowledge, she tries to start writing your glory, how? Where is the ink? Ink is the Himalayan range of mountains. See, all the snow peaks put together. Suppose that all is dipped into the ocean. Ocean is the water, ink. And then a big pen is the Parijata Vriksha, heavenly tree. Because ordinary pen you use, after a few lines you have to discard the name, what is called the... No. What is the tip of the pen? Nib. So the nib will be destroyed because after writing several pages. But suppose that tree will be eternal, so it will not be destroyed. If taking that tool and then writing paper, where is the big paper? Say the flat, the whole land, the ground of the earth is the paper. And Mother Saraswati starts writing about the glory of Shiva. And it does it for eternity. That will not be sufficient enough to describe you. That is the major idea, that God cannot be limited. So, no one can say finally, Ramakrishna said with finality, that God is only this and nothing else. He is formless, again he has form. But for the Bhakta, the Bhakta want to make a little separation and enjoy. That's why Ramakrishna said, I don't want to be sugar. I want to taste the sugar. You don't want to be sugar. You can sugar cube, you put into the water, it will melt. And then where do you find the cube? Cube is everywhere in the water. I am that. That's the Vedanta. I, little I cube, put into the water of Brahman, that, and then what happens? I, by sadhana, become pure, 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 and this little I merges into the cosmic I. Aham Brahmasmi, I am that, thou art that, all the great dictum of Vedanta. Then you lose yourself. Ramakrishna said, Ma, don't make me lose my sense, outer consciousness. I want to be enjoying bhakta and bhakti, the devotion, and enjoy with the bhaktas. So bhakta for bhakta, God becomes sakara. He does not want, that's why he said, I want to taste the sugar. If I merge into it, I and God or the divine become one. But I don't want total absorption. I want to keep a little separation to taste the sugar. So Sri Ramakrishna's idea, that is the Bhakta's idea. The absolute infinite takes the form of form, in a definite form, for the fulfillment of the desire of the Bhakta. There is a story, Hanumanji and Garuda. Both are Vishnu, Lord Narayan has taken the form of Rama. As we say, Lord Narayana has become Ramakrishna. All incarnations are Narayana comes down. But it is the same reality. And now, after Hanumanji went to Rama, and Krishna, Garuda went to Rama, and he begged, you are now in the form of Rama, so I beg, could you show me your real form with the 4 arms, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, the 4 arms, Narayan's form you have seen, that 4-armed God, who is called the creator, sustainer and destroyer, all together. So can you show me that you Rama, I see you Rama, in 2 hands, 2 feet, a human personality. But I want to see your real form, your Narayana form. Rama says, okay, you have worked for me so much, I will give you that darshan. And he said, oh, wait. My friend is there, Hanuman. We are close friends. So let me go, and he also will be getting the opportunity to see you. That is the Rama, no? Rama is Lord Narayana. So you will be happy. Rama says, will you be happy? Okay, try, go and ask. So with enthusiasm, Garuda went to Hanumanji and said, hey, come, it's a great opportunity. Rama is showing his divine form, who is the Narayana. Thakur, Ramakrishna's birth, remember that his father had the vision in the night time. The 4-armed God as Narayana appeared. Say, Khudiram, I will be born in your home. I will be born as your son. The same Narayana. So, but Hanumanji said, I don't care for your Shankha Chakra, that form is not for me. For me is Rama. What is the verse I forgot? Very famous verse. Srinathe Janakinathe. Srinath, Sri is Mother Lakshmi. Natha means the Lord. That means who is Narayana in the heaven. And Janakinath, Mother Janaki, Janaki is Nath, Janaki Mother Sita, Sita's husband, Rama. You are Sita's husband, Rama. I know you and that Narayana are same. Abheda means same, one reality. And what is one? Paramatmani. I know you are supreme reality. You are Satchidananda Brahman, Narayana, and he has descended as Rama. Tathapi, still yet, Mama Sarvasya My everything goes to Ramaha Kamalalochana. The lotus-eyed Rama is my only object of worship. I don't want to see any other form. So this is the Bhakta. The same reality, same Narayana, same Satchidananda descends and takes the form of Rama, of Krishna, of Buddha, like that. So, for Bhakta it is form. For Jnani, Jnani does not want to see God that way. That's why Sri Ramakrishna said, but he is formless for the Jnani. That is, for him who looks on the world as a mere dream. Who can be Jnani? They think this world, what are you seeing? It is all dream-like. It has no real existence. Only that Satchidananda is the reality. So they discard the duality totally. The Bhakta feels that he is one entity and the world is another. Therefore God reveals himself to him as a person, capital P. But the Jnani, the Vedantist, for instance, always reasons applying the process of not this, not this. Through this discrimination, he realizes by his inner perception that the ego and the universe are both illusory, like dream. My ego, this is also illusory, because we change our ego every day. Our identity with our understanding about me changes. So ego and the observable universe, both are changing. But what does not change, that is Satchidananda. So Jnani likes to hold on to this principle. For Jnani, that's why Advaita Vedanti, there is no God. Even Ramakrishna said, he who is Rama, he who is Krishna, but he is Ramakrishna, but not according to your Vedanta. How accurately holds the truth. Because Advaita Vedanta does not believe in avatar. Avatar is a dream. It's a manifestation in the mind. So long you have the mind, in the mind it has come out. When mind is dissolved, where is your God or anything? So Vedanta follows that. It is illusory like dream. Then the Jnani realizes Brahman in his own consciousness. So the Jnani then realizes what is that? In his inner consciousness. That's why he loses the body identity. The Ramakrishna, in that Nirvikalpa Samadhi state, he is going the Jnani state. There is nothing, his mind is totally gone. That's why he used to repeat the mantra, to pull the mind into the holy name. Holy name will reflect some holy impression in the mind, and that will bring his mind, which is transcendent, merged into the absolute, to bring it down. So that is the Vedantic. He cannot describe what Brahman is. Okay, so we end here. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Oh, tomorrow is what?
Jnana will do Kathopanishad.
Kathopanishad. Tomorrow Kathopanishad, 7:30 by Jnana Swami. Can a bhakta love God in more than one form only? Can one love him in several forms? That is the question. Yeah, you can worship God in many forms, but you have to know that your Ishtadevata is the same. Very good question. Hindus do that. In the Hindu altar you will find all the gods are there. But are you worshipping 20 gods? That is the concept. Now we are worshipping one God. For a devotee like us, we have some, we have some divine form. We call Ishtadevata. Ishtadevata, for us Ramakrishna, for someone Christ, someone Buddha, someone then. That Ramakrishna has taken so many divine forms. He has become Mother Kali. He is worshipped as Shiva. Like a different costume. Suppose one person, the same person, in India, in every state we have special dress, no? You wear a Rajasthani dress. Huh? Those who in the desert area. Huh? Their dress, their costume is so different. The same person will look so different. With a pant and shirt it will look one. With a priestly dress, no? With all those, it will look different. But to know that my Lord has become all. So no problem. That's why Hindus do Ramakrishna meditation. Then we are chanting every day. Today is Makali. Tomorrow I am Shiva. Third day I am doing this, Gita, this, that. So every day we are chanting many. But we are not chanting many. We are chanting one in different forms. Like you eat food, simply rice we cannot eat. Simply dal we cannot eat. So we make mixed other items. But they are all food to nurture the body, to give a good digestion and health, good health. So spirituality can be enriched by worshipping, not finding it is a separate. We can go, that's the beauty of Ramakrishna devotees. We can go to Hare Krishna temple and we can sing and dance with them. You know, Ramakrishna is Krishna. You go to Shiva temple, you Shiva Tandava, you can dance and sing or chant and all these things. You feel that Ramakrishna is the Shiva. So that is the point. You can worship all different forms, knowing that it is worshipping one form, like the Hanumanji. Hanumanji says, I know you're Narayana, you know you're Krishna or know all this, but my heart is Rama. This is the feature I like. This is called one-pointedness. And that is good, more subtle way to say that the fanatics don't understand this. That is the major problem. They say Christ is the only way, or Krishna is the only way, or anyone, that is the only way. Why only way? This is the way. You can assimilate so many ways of looking at the same truth. Rather, you will enjoy it more. And that's why, and that's a great joy in seeing God in diverse ways. You think that your lover and the eternal lover of ours, our chosen ideal, is taking worship in so many ways. In any temple you go, any church you go, any mosque you go. Oh, Ramakrishna used to say, Ma, how the Christians, they call upon you, show me. That's the way he started his sadhana, and he had the vision and experience. So only God is only one. With this concept we can really enjoy spirituality. Yes. In our Vedanta society always does that. When we have a music performance, sometimes, what was our Jeet used to do that. So many varieties of Shiva song, Krishna song, Chaitanya song, Rama, they're all mixed together because that is the more taste, food with so much of diverse taste, make your food digestible. Another question, when we attend Ganga Arati or large community worship, mind automatically feels concentrated. Because, yeah, that is true, because it is the audio-visual effect. You go to Konkhal, you see every day the evening Arati. It's a spectacular thing to see. Thousands of people are assembled and so many lamps are lit together and the pujaris are waving to the holy Ganga and to the Himalayas. No? That because all mind concentrated, and that creates a little upsurge of our mental condition to divine level. So yes, those are inspirational things. That's why people go to holy pilgrimage. Yeah. So, Ramakrishna is very good for us. Why? Because it gives us the flavor of tasting so many varieties of spiritual traditions. We remember one time there was an interfaith meeting in and we went to Santa Barbara, that Pacifica. Before that there was, what is that institute? And there the interfaith leaders all went, we also went. And there is a Sufi mystic came, and he was showing how Sufism can get you to absorption. So many of us are there, and that's very wonderful experience. They're Allah, 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 and then they're getting absorbed, and they're singing and rotating and singing and rotating, and then they forget the whole world. And this only Ramakrishna religion can give us. Otherwise, hey, it is Muslim, it is Hindu, it is gay. Stamping. No, it is God, 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 God. Where there is absorption, where there is sincerity, there is joy. Same experience will come. And there is one lady who used to come. Her name was, I forgot what. He was initiated by Chaitanya Swami. So she used to preach Sufism. And so the people in interfaith meetings, she used to go many times. So people were absorbed with that. Because it is an experience. God is not a word of talking. You go to Hare Krishna, whatever they preach, their dogmatic idea, you need not have to take the dogmatic idea. You go and dance and sing with them. And you take your flavor and see the same joy. Joy has no difference. With the singing in the name of Ramakrishna, or singing in the name of Krishna, or singing in the name of, and totally forgetting the world, Shiva, 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 Shiva. Huh? When the absorption comes, all experience the same thing. So why the fight between this is right, that is right? Everything is right. That's why Ramakrishna came to save us. Okay. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you all.
And who is that Swami, the Panchadashi lesson and the dog barking? The barking dog? Who is that Swami?
Oh, that Swami is not. He has a book